sun's back, yay. I'm here on a bridge in Montreal. A lot of traffic. There's some bike thing going on all day, so they're closed a lot of the roads. Especially one that comes right off the end of this bridge. Okay, yeah, so every year in March I go to Toronto and Buffalo, New York. It's since 2009. 2010 I first did it, and I did it again in 2011, and I did it again in 2012. But this year I changed it up quite a bit, because usually what I do is I drive to Toronto on a Saturday morning, drive to Toronto, and I spend the day there, and I stay in like this cheap Russian run motel in Scarborough, like way out on the outskirts of the city. Next day, get up at dawn, go down to Niagara Falls, Buffalo, and come up for Buffalo. Take a look at that. I love when people speak Spanish, that's so cool. But yeah, so from Toronto, down Niagara Falls, Buffalo, then drive from Buffalo across pretty much the entire state of New York. Okay, the first time I came out through Syracuse, then the second time I went all the way to through Utica, and all the way to Albany, and came out from Albany. That was a long drive. Expensive too, with the tolls. You know, the New York State Thruway, it ain't free. And from there, went back to Montreal from area. But anyways, it all changed this year when I made it to Toronto Saturday morning, and I was there, went out to the Toronto Islands. Great view. I love the spot out there. It's a great view of the city. Amazing. And anyways, from there I was taking the ferry out, and I was thinking, where else could I go? And I looked at a map, and I'm like, well, I could stay in a motel in Buffalo instead, and it'd be cheaper, and at least I'd be close to Buffalo the next morning. Somehow, branching off of that, I thought, somehow I discovered Cleveland, so I decided to drive there. So got to Cleveland at night, drove around the city, stayed in a motel, and yeah, woke up at dawn the next day, and wanted to try and get to, like, what's it called, the West Virginia. I wanted to get through there so I could say I've been there. So I looked at the map and where it was, and ended up in West Virginia, continuing on to Pittsburgh. Jesus, that's loud. Where I watched the sunrise of the city, and that was beautiful. That was amazing. I stopped there to go to IHOP, but stupid OnStar, they had the wrong address for IHOP there. They took me to Brownsville Road instead of Browns Hill Road, and I ended up in some suburban part of Pittsburgh. Very hilly. At least I got to see the city, I guess. Some of the suburbs, and some random deer that were like in the middle of the road and just hopped into someone's front yard. That was weird. From there, finally made it to the real IHOP. Had breakfast, continue on up to Erie, then back on the I-90 heading east to Buffalo. Stop there again, and then continued east again to... Where did I come back? I don't remember how I got back. Oh yeah, when I got to Syracuse, that's right. And I got to Syracuse and I drove up through there, but instead of crossing the border, like on the I-88 or something, 80, that can't be 88, 89, I-89? No, that's not right, 87, something, one of them, one that goes up from Syracuse, anyways, instead of stopping there, instead of going across the border there, through Ontario and coming across the 401, I went up, got off the interstate to see a different point of view, because usually I'm always on the interstate, but it's nice to go sometimes off the interstate and drive down those back roads. And so I saw that, and got to Messina, New York, and yeah, small town, but it was a nice different view, you know. It's nice to see different parts of New York, and drove up across Messina into Cornwall, and then back across there, and it wasn't that far actually. So instead of getting all the way to Cleveland, or instead of going just to Toronto, I ended up in Cleveland, and then Pittsburgh, and then Messina. So that was really cool though. I had a great time. I don't know what's going on here. Cops. Yeah, it was fun. Didn't regret it. First time to Ohio. So where am I headed? I'm heading across to Longueuil. It's the big South Shore city. It's like a neighboring city in Montreal. It's just across the river. It's not that much further. And you can see it from here, look. I'll just record it, man. I'd be pissed if it ain't. It is. You know how many times I've done that? Okay, right when I was in Vegas, we went out to Hoover Dam, and on the way we found that it was past the sign that said like helicopter flights were like really cheap, like under $100. I'm like, oh yeah, I think it was like $90 for a flight out of Hoover Dam. So we're like, yeah, let's do that. So we did that. It was awesome, and then through the flight, I was like, crap, I forgot to hit record, or I had pressed it twice or something, I don't know. But anyways, it didn't record at all until the last part of the flight, so I didn't get any of the Hoover Dam on my film. But yeah, I got the landing, so that was good. At least I got, you know, part of the flight. What the fuck is that? I don't like talking to people fast. Kind of weird. It'll be weird. Whatever. What the hell is on this ship? Someone tell me what that is. I can't make it out. Oh, my battery's dying. What is that? What are they? Maybe they're big parts of something. I don't know. Anyways, unfortunately I gotta go because my battery is dead. I knew I was only gonna have 26 minutes, and I guess it's dying pretty fast. Anyways, take care. I'll talk to you soon.